Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor.
Law firms will take this as a retainer.
What? It must be a law firm where they hungry as hell. Now you gonna help me with this parole I'm dealing with?
Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor. With one taste of our premium blends of all-natural ingredients, herbs, and spices, you'll fall in love with meat all over again. Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce collection is made up of 2 zesty flavors, original and spicy. There's only one way to bring order back to barbecuing. Just add Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce and seasoning, and you be the judge.
Testing. Can you guys hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3. So, hi everybody. We are an hour early on Thursdays. We usually start the show at 9 p.m. However, there is a debate going on tonight, a presidential debate, but it's privatized. Yeah, CNN bought exclusive rights, all the rights, and they are not allowing no one on YouTube to stream a debate. They only gave permission to mainstream media. What do you call it? Terrestrial media, Fox, MSNBC, C-SPAN, Newsmax, I believe, yes. But no content creators, right? They privatize it. The judge, he should be coming up shortly. Guys, let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. And I was a little bit annoyed with that. So this is the thing. Most likely, I will not be streaming the debate here because I'm a small channel. I don't have lawyers like Tim Cass. I don't have a whole media team like PBD. I don't. So I'm going to be following the rules. But at 9, I will be headed over to my website, therealdananetwork.com. And then this will be on intermission at 9. And then I'm going to go to my website at the same time. And then I'm going to come back here after an hour. So that's how we're doing it tonight. So yeah, you know, there are watch parties everywhere on YouTube. There's watch parties. I did save. Let me highlight this person here, because there's always somebody. CNN is dying entity, yet you're having a watch party. Yes, I'm having a watch party because I'm not going to be using CNN. But I am going to talk about CNN. I'm going to talk about how they are a dying entity, which is why they privatize the debate. No journalists are allowed to be in a debate. So you know how people, as a debate going on, people are going to be posting stuff on X. And a lot of times journalists post clips with some of the commentary. Well, if the journalists can't be inside, I guess they're going to have to be posting outside while they're watching. Is CNN breaking the law? Well, technically, the judge says no. It's called private enterprise. It's called capitalism. That is allowed in this country, whether we like it or not. Is it fair? No. What about playing? Yeah, I thought about that. Because I have my flat screen television right here. I may just play it in the background. But I've been watching Tim Cass, honey. He live right now. And he was like, look, he going to be streaming it. But it's threats running around that your channel going to be taken down. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't see how. Now, I do work with a media company. And I should have reached out to them today. I allowed myself today to be distracted with some BS. And I shouldn't have. To the point to where I almost lost my phone in Target. Because you know when somebody says something and it just pisses you off, or you just feel some kind of way about it because you're thinking about it, and it makes you rethink that about you, it makes you rethink the situation that you have with that person. That's why it just threw me off. Because if I was focused completely earlier today, I would have reached out to the media company that I am linked with and said to them, listen, what if I do blah, 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 blah? Will this affect my channel? Blah, 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 blah. But I didn't have a chance to do it. Hi, Southern Belle. I don't see Catellia, honey. Maybe Cattell, because everyone's used to us being here at 9 p.m. So I said, watch party is from now until 9. I don't know what's going to happen at 9. I already have my website set up and I already have the intermission banner to put here to let y'all know to go to the website. Right? And it's funny because I like to go there instead of, I've got the thing. Okay. Newsmax. Yeah. Of course, I wasn't going to go to CNN. So yeah. So you see this thing here? Let me make myself smaller. Can I? Oh no, because that's the background. Oh wait, I got to put it here. So I created an intermission. You see this? Intermission. Go to the website now for live stream commentary at www.therealdananetwork.com. So yeah. So at 9, you want to see that. Or 10 minutes to 9. You want to see that. And that's going to direct y'all to the website. But in the meantime, Jamal Bowman is standing by the fire alarm. This is funny. Yes, honey. Yes. This is funny. I sent him, where is he at, the judge? I sent him the link. Did you get the link? Did you get the link?
Yeah, I got the link.
Well, are you coming on?
I guess I'm listening to the Newsmax.
I'm sorry, honey. Okay, I will play Newsmax when you come on the air. Can you click the link? I'm live. All right. He watching, the judge watching his own watch party on Newsmax right now. And then I thought about not even doing the show tonight or doing it after the debate, just doing a post show. Right? So 2 things going to happen. I'm going to talk now until 9 and either sign off completely or just put the intermission up for an hour and a half and come back here and do a post show, or sign off in the stream at 9 p.m., come back at 10:30 to do a post show.
See how that plays with independence and
or
Americans.
put something up, or stream it, or put the intermission up at 9 and go to the website and then come back here,
the bigger man here.
or just stream something here.
I think if he comes off as putting out the policies that were successful,
What are you watching?
into anything
Do we have to, is that on YouTube Newsmax, right?
That's Newsmax. It's not on YouTube. It's on the Newsmax 2
Website.
which is the website.
Let's see. Let's go to Newsmax.
Focus on that and how you're going to change these horrible policies.
They're roasting Biden's ass right now, by the way.
Let's see. Newsmax Live.
The audio. We know Anna Paulina may try to force a House vote to hold him in inherent contempt. Speaker Johnson says he will try and sue over these her tapes. It's somewhat reminiscent, some say, of the Hunter Biden 20. Do you think it comes up at tonight's
Say something.
Debate?
Say something. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Issues here so damaging could be the nail in the coffin.
So is it this here where it says Newsmax 2 Live?
Yeah.
Oh, this.
That's it.
All right, well then turn off yours so I could turn this on.
ignoring that.
Well, I'll
that-
turn it
that's exactly
down
what the
because
Biden
I can't
administration
hear
is doing.
you.
You have a Republican House that is trying to hold them accountable and subpoenaing them and asking for information, and they're just ignoring it. They'll probably give it to us after November, but that's not when the American people want to see it. We need to stand for truth and stand for the law, and I hope that they bring that vote tomorrow.
All right, Congressman Greg Steube, thanks for being with us tonight, sir.
Thank you, Congressman.
Yeah, anytime.
They even got
Good
to
to see you.
talking about
All
shaking
right, stay with
hands.
us as we count down to the
And
CNN
now
debate simulcast,
CNN
which you can watch
says
right
they
here
recommend
on
Trump
N2
not,
tonight.
they
We'll have
recommended
expert analysis
Biden
ahead
not
as well.
shake Trump's hand.
Trump, Florida Congressman Byron Donalds. He was in
See,
Atlanta
listen to how
yesterday,
they
too,
do
for that
this.
barbershop roundtable. We'll talk to
Nice.
Congressman Donalds right after this.
Newsmax is being an offset to what CNN is saying. CNN is saying, I wouldn't shake his hand. He doesn't need to do this and that, etc. And Newsmax is going, see this? They don't even know how to play by the rules with courtesy. This thing, and they've been jacking them around.
What's going on with your phone? You got it like it looks. It's
Oh,
facing the
okay.
ceiling.
In other words,
There you go.
there you go.
Dana, was that the same girl, the attorney? I don't know. What attorney? Because I did set up my website to play it on the website.
Okay, now my thing went black. What the hell happened?
High water fire from South Louisiana. Louisiana. And what else is going on in Atlanta? It was USA versus Panama for the Copa. Panama won 2-1. Honey, that ref, I think he was cheating. He was giving out red cards and yellow cards to US players left and right.
What are you talking about?
Soccer. CNN has no right to censor a presidential debate. All right, so Judge, talk about that, because CNN, basically claimed the rights to this debate. They privatized it.
Well, what's going on? They did not privatize the debate. They privatized the coverage of the debate. You ever walked into a movie theater and they have the thing up about it's against federal law to record this, et cetera, et cetera. See, it's their work product. The way it's set up is it's not by the Presidential Debate Commission that has been in place since 1984, which is 40 years ago. What winds up happening is this is just CNN got together with their folk and arranged with the Buzzard Boys folk here and Mr. Trump's folk, and they put it together so it is a production. They're coming up with ideas as to the questions to ask, the format to set up. So it becomes a work product. It becomes an intellectual property. And this is probably going to be the most lucrative opportunity to cover a presidential debate ever. And it's the earliest. Neither one has been nominated by their respective political parties at this point, which has never happened. I saw the very first presidential debate between Nixon and Kennedy, and there wasn't but one. And then they got a bunch, but this is the first one where nobody has been nominated by a party yet. So it's just a presumption that Biden's going to be the one and Trump's going to be the one.
I'm muting myself. So what CNN is doing, it's about money. It's about trying to profit as much as they can, and they're going to be seeing millions upon millions of dollars, right? Especially in advertisements and in viewership, because it is a dying entity. Tim Cass get more views than CNN. PBD, when they go live, they get more views than CNN. Even Megyn Kelly. And honestly, though, these same big YouTubers, they get more views than MSNBC. So media, mainstream media is a dying entity as a whole. Us here, content creators, we are the new media, which is why they want to exclude us so that they could benefit viewership and money.
That's not why this is done that way. The reason I beg to differ with you is because CNN is, by everything they've been saying all day, is a staunch Biden supporter. They've been extremely negative toward Trump all day long, and they will be through this. And what they do not want is for somebody to be able to stream what they do in real time and be negative about what is said about Biden. They're trying to protect him. In other words, they don't want any alternative narrative going out but what they say. But Trump made it a requirement that Newsmax be involved, and they're already bad-mouthing Biden like CNN is bad-mouthing Trump. So if you want to hear Trump bad-mouth, tune into CNN. You want to hear Biden bad-mouth, tune into Newsmax. And the fact of the matter is the fastest growing mainstream media outlet now is Newsmax, and they went public, and you can buy stock in Newsmax, and this might be a good time to buy into it. So you'll get a stake you can buy, sell, trade, or leverage with, and it's a good investment opportunity.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna press. I'm gonna do some of this.
But I think when Donald Trump's ready for all this, he's going to pivot directly back to the issues that are ailing America and the failure brought to us by the master of disaster himself, Joe Biden.
What is the one message that Donald Trump needs to hammer home tonight about Joe Biden and his policies? What is the most important thing that comes across to those voters out there, Congressman, who are not decided yet?
The number one thing is that Joe Biden has no interest in fixing these problems. He created most of them, frankly, all of them. He's not going to fix them because the radicals in his administration aren't going to let him do it. And then the other key concern is, can he be president for 4 more years? We talked about it at the top of this segment. He was held up for 8 days at Camp David getting prepared for a debate. Are you kidding me? The president of the United States, especially in the state that America is in right now, has got to be prepared to be on the job every single day. We know Donald Trump can do that. Joe Biden simply cannot. He proved that for the last week.
And the state the world is in. So we heard the VP candidate is in the House.
It's there tonight.
Is it you, or is there? Do you know who it is? Want to break some news, Congressman?
I do not know. I'm not going to break any news. I do not know. Look, President Trump's going to make that decision. Yeah, he's going to make a great decision. But I'll tell you this. The people on that list, they all will be significantly better than what's going on in the Biden-Harris administration. I will tell you that. It's a great list. We have great talent. He's going to make a great decision. We're going to move on and be focused on November and be focused on winning.
All right, we'll talk to you later, Congressman Byron Donalds.
Can't blame a girl for trying.
Yeah,
Thanks, Congressman. Good to see you.
Gotta ask. You don't ask, the answer's always no. Right?
That's right. All right, let's continue this conversation right now. White House Washington reporter for Politico, Daniel Littman.
And Aaron Perini is back with us, GOP strategist as well. Great to see you both.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so let's try to take a look back at some of these post-debate moments with Donald Trump to see if we can gauge what we're going to see tonight. I think we can say both candidates are probably different than they were the last time around, but let's take a look.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
It is, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail. Let me just, he wants to be a tough guy. A lot of times you'll have, and it doesn't work very well with.
How tough is it to take property from an elderly woman?
Let me talk. Quiet.
How tough
a lot
is
of
it?
times, that's all of his donors and special interests out there.
Some really great moments.
Yeah, The thing I think we're going to be looking closely is which Donald Trump we're going to see. And those types of moments, I think, will not be able to happen tonight because the mics will be muted at different times. Aaron, what kind of performance do you want to see from Donald Trump tonight?
President Trump would be best served to make sure he is taking a measured response this evening, that he is staying in the middle. Joe Biden, as we've seen through reporting, is interested in trying to knock him off his mark, get him upset, get him flustered. Donald Trump is very good at staying in his lane and talking about the policy and forward looking, because everything Donald Trump can say tonight is, if it's the economy, if it's immigration, I can change immigration. Look at what I did 4 years ago. I can make the economy better. Look at what I've done before. He can provide a forward-looking policy position, but also just very quickly nod to the fact that he's already had these successes. But he cannot let Joe Biden get him off his mark whatsoever.
It's been really good with some of the policies. No taxes on tips at the Nevada rally, sitting with those business leaders, talking about AI, listening, really wooing and getting the ears of Silicon Valley, big liberal town. Daniel, the New York Times Siena survey showing Trump with a 6-point lead over Biden, 6 points, 48-42. If Biden doesn't pull it together tonight, you think that lead could grow even bigger? Is this make it or break it tonight for Joe Biden?
Well, most Americans are going to be watching, and there are still some people who are undecided. And so I think Biden has more at stake in this debate than Trump, because if the election if this is kind of a no one wins, no one loses, then this helps Trump, because Biden really needs to shake up the margin of this race, the trajectory. And so he needs to have some big moments. He needs to put Trump on his back feet and kind of paint him as this extremist who would end democracy and would only look out for his own interests and not for the American people. And so you're already seeing the ads calling Trump kind of an out-of-touch billionaire and someone who is only focused on himself and saving himself from criminal trials.
Yeah, we've been hearing that. Probably hear some convicted felons sprinkled in, a little abortion, a little J6, all of that. We'll see, though. It is those independent voters in those battleground states that will have to be convinced otherwise.
And, we, of course, everyone knows who's been paying attention to this, and probably most of the people watching tonight know that.
Why I keep muting myself and forgetting I muted myself. So anything you want to say so far, because it is this clip that I find very funny that I did want to play.
Well, this is the lead up. See, this is American. This is America, and journalism has switched over to editorialization. You notice nobody is being, shall we say, objective here. Everybody is using this as a moment for editorial commentary rather than reporting. In other words, the minds are made up. We are just bringing stuff that supports our particular position. Now, some of us are interested in the entertainment value here, which would be entertainment. Politics is entertaining.
So in
other parts of the country, people get shot. So let's see what we do.
So let me add in the entertainment. I want to play this clip here. I just found this so cute.
He wants to shut down this country, and I want to keep it open. And we did a great job by shut it down. Wait a minute, Joe. Let me shut you down for a second, Joe. Just for 1 second. I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. You could never have done the job that we did. You don't have it in your blood. You could have never done that job. I know how to do the job. I know how to get the job. Well, you didn't. It's on the ballot in the court. I don't think so. In the court. Well, there's nothing happening there. Donald, would you don't know her now. Make sure you, in fact, let people know you're a senator. I'm not going to answer the question. Why would you answer that question? The question is, the radical left. Will you shut up, man? Listen, who is on your list, Joe? Who's on your list? Gentlemen, not by much. I beat him a whole hell of a lot. I'm here standing facing you, buddy. The Hunters would have left 2 days early. You would have lost every primary. All he knows how to do is Tuesday. You got very lucky. Here's the deal. I got very lucky. I mean, you got very lucky tonight as well. Mr. President, can you let him finish, sir? He doesn't know how to do that. He has. You know, you picked be surprised. The wrong guy, the wrong night at the wrong time. Listen, you give number better health care at a much lower price. Because by the way, he doesn't know how. He doesn't know how to do that. Fixed it. He has never offered a plan. Fixed it to an extent. He has never done a single thing. No, but probably does. Gentlemen, we realize that you're both speaking at the same time. And it's still that's the president's answer. Many of your Democrat governors said President Trump did a phenomenal job. We worked with the governor. Oh, really? Go take a look. The governors said I did a phenomenal job. Most of them said that. No matter what you say to them, they give you bad press on it. It's just fake news. They give you good press. They give me bad press because that's the way it is, unfortunately. But let me just tell you something. I don't care. I've gotten used to it. He gets a lot smarter, a lot quicker. Mr. President? Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word. Oh, give me a break. Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe. 47 years you've done nothing. Let's have this debate.
That's funny.
I know. Just a little humor. Just a little humor. That I thought that was cute.
Who did that? You?
No, that was somebody on X. That was somebody on X did that.
Well, it sounds like Trump is likely to prevail on this.
Mm-hmm. And what about, JFK? He's doing his own watch party. Well, not even a watch party. He's doing a debate to where he's going to be live on his website and he's going to answer the questions that the actual debate CNN are going to be asking the two presidents.
You know what? I don't want to disrespect Kennedy, but the bottom line is that he's a distraction right now. He's not going to win, but he is in a position to destroy somebody else's chances for winning. And he still is a Democrat. So you have to say it's likely that what's going on is a political dodge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it goes. So it is what it is. Oh, well.
So what are you saying? What do you think? Like, why do you think he's a distraction?
Because there's no chance for him to win. And a lot of people are into not wanting to make a choice and remember what we've been hearing, Biden, Trump, or Couch. Well, in effect, when you put Kennedy in there, you're saying Couch because you're copping out because there's no way he will win the presidency. No way. Statistically, it's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing? You're throwing your vote away. That's like you vote for Ralph Nader.
We can't see you, Judge. I don't know what.
Well, anyway, what's going on is I'm trying to set this thing up so I get this in for Newsmax.
Oh, you're trying to
setting it up, yeah.
But I have Newsmax right here.
I know, but I want to be able to get it on my machine here.
Why?
Because for future reference, and also I can't see what's going on yours, and I had it on, but it went black.
Wait, you can't see this here?
Not really. It's on my cell phone.
Oh. So it looks smaller on your cell phone?
It's too small. It's just looks like an icon.
What if I did it like this?
Well, I'm about finished right here.
Okay. Somebody said that Kennedy is just a fill-in.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
No, the judge is not going to be on Newsmax. He's just trying to get it the broadcast.
There's a bigger chance of getting on Newsmax than it is getting on anything else.
You know what? My thing is actually ever since, and it's funny because CNN made that announcement this week, maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. So they made sure they did it at the last minute that nobody can't stream it because they didn't want any legal action to delay it. But ever since that announcement came that nobody can stream it, I'm not really interested in really watching this debate. I'm really not.
Well, I want to see it because I want to watch Biden get embarrassed.
Oh yeah, and that's the only reason why people want to watch it is to see if this man is on drugs, if he can answer a question in a coherent sentence. You know, will he remember? So they're looking for that element. Other than that, like the whole when you start this monopolizing mess, you know, and I'm sorry, I think that people should not be allowed to monopolize industry. Corporations, and if anything in the Constitution that needs to be tweaked or edited, it needs to be that corporations should not be considered a person. I'm sorry.
Okay, I signed up for this thing, but what I'm getting is a hose advertisement. Okay, let's see why I'm doing that. Okay. All right.
So let me see something, how this is going to work on my desktop.
Listen. Are you getting a commercial on this?
Well, it's no commercial right now. It's this.
Joe Biden, why he undermined the safest, securest border we have seen in the modern history of this nation. And now we have 8 million people flooding our southern border. To ask Joe Biden, how is it possible that we went from 12 people on the terrorist watch list under his 4 years to over 300 people on the terrorist watch list being apprehended in just 3.5 years under Joe Biden? We heard yesterday that we have over 400 people that have been smuggled into this country by an actual terrorist organization connected to ISIS. And we don't know where at least 50 of them are. These are real issues that no one is talking about. I pray that we hear about them on the debate stage tonight, but if we don't, it indicates that every single dirty trick has been pulled out to ensure that they can try to grease Joseph Robinette Biden back into office while actually leaving this country bare and insecure.
All right, Joe Pinion, great to see you, Joe. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, we appreciate you, and we will be back after a very quick break here. Again, the CNN debate is simulcast right here on N2, so you can keep it right here. We're back in a moment.
Damn. I signed up for the bloody thing, and all I get is a commercial on here.
Okay, cool.
Let's see if it comes on. What are you looking at right now?
I'm setting some stuff up on my website.
I'm getting an advertisement. That's not what you're getting, is it?
No, not really. Oh, okay. We are live, honey, on the website.
Okay, I'm getting this ad about, I'm getting a delay of what you're looking at. Okay, so I'm looking at what you're looking at. It's the space program thing.
Yeah, that's up there too.
That's what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Okay, then I got it. But I'm about
Okay, cool.
I'm about 15 seconds behind what you're looking at.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you, Rachel. Biden for sure was given the questions and answers. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Oh, you know they cheat. They've been getting the stuff provided and they're trying to get him to memorize the stuff.
So thank you, Greta. Will CNN be moderators or just mediators for Biden's protection? Both.
Both.
So this is the thing. I have it set up on the website. So y'all gonna have to go to the website. You can't look at it. What's going on with your iPad? Why can't you bring up your iPad?
I've got it on iPad, but I can't, since my phone got hacked, I can't I can't go online with you.
And on your iPad, you can't?
No, I can't. So okay. Yeah. All right. They're in the arena now.
Oh, let me. What is this then? Moments away. Okay, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's supposed to start at 9, so we got like 15 more minutes, and then
this is the pre thing. They're making nasty comments about Biden.
So should I play it?
Yeah, play it. It's funny.
And it's all washed down with a peach cobbler chaser.
That's right. That's right. And
calories don't count on debate night.
Let's get to it, Mark Halperin. You know, there are a few things that Donald Trump and Joe Biden need to accomplish. Now, let's kind of run through what you think is the most important thing that Donald Trump must accomplish tonight.
To be presidential and calm and strong, and to try to make as much debate as possible about Joe Biden's record on crime, immigration, and the economy.
You're 15 seconds ahead of me.
Joe Biden, we have about 20 seconds left. Because of all this rest, does he pull through maybe a fairly good performance tonight?
I mean, if they can't get a good performance out of him, letting him rest and study for a week, I think the world's got a problem. If I had to bet, I bet he'll be fine. But you don't know. The body language from the Biden folks is remarkably confident. And they seem to be basically saying, "You'll see. Maybe we'll see. Maybe he will." Like I said, if I
think they've been giving him, feeding him the questions
to do a 90-minute debate after
they cheat
enough time off to grow a beard.
Yeah, we will see in exactly 16 minutes. Mark Halperin, without a beard and with
his snacks.
Yes, with his snacks. Thanks. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark. Good to see you.
Good to see you both.
All right, let's get out to the spin room now, where Mike Carter is standing by with the latest there. Hey, Mike.
Hey guys, good evening. Well, as we count down the minutes to 9 o'clock and the first presidential debate between a current president and a former president, look, this is all going to come down to the expectation game. Who can win? Who will come out with people scratching their heads saying, boy, is that our guy? To that end, Donald Trump has said that Joe Biden, he is both a worthy debater, and in the past he said, well, he's the worst debater. So which is it? Well, we asked the governor of California tonight, a Biden surrogate, Gavin Newsom. He was here on the spin room floor just a few minutes ago. Look, if President Biden doesn't fulfill the expectations to show up tonight and at least, well, let's say show up and perform, what will happen? A lot of people will be calling for his name to get booted off the ticket and then for Gavin Newsom to go on it. What does Gavin Newsom think about that opinion?
I've been doing this a little while. I've spent a little time on some of the conservative networks. I tend to pay a lot of attention to them. This is intentional mishigash. It's complete nonsense. It's all a sideshow in order to create anxiety and uncertainty and to weaken this candidacy. So I'm not even playing in the frame. That's not even in question. There is no doubt about any of that, period, full stop.
Thank you so much. All right. And we are here with Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, which ran into you. I know you have another hit to do in a moment, but we just played a sound from Governor Gavin Newsom. We're talking about expectations tonight. I asked him, what happens if President Biden doesn't show up tonight and perform to what a lot of folks say, hey, look, he needs to perform at? Are we going to start hearing ramblings, questions about Biden getting off the ticket, someone else like him getting on the ticket? What are the expectations for President Biden and for President Trump tonight?
Well, first of all, it's unacceptable that Joe Biden had to go to debate camp for an entire week. Meanwhile, the world is in chaos. We have a weakened national security. We have a catastrophic border crisis because of Joe Biden's failed policies. So what I believe the American people will see tonight is the strength and the strong record of President Trump, his America First vision that delivered a secure border, a booming economy, peace through strength around the world, and unleashed energy independence. Compare that with Bidenflation, the war on American energy that Joe Biden's policies put into place on day one, a wide open border that is a humanitarian crisis. So we will see that stark contrast today, and I know the American people are looking forward to viewing the debate.
All right, Congressman, I know you have to run. Thank you so much for your time tonight. We'll send it back to you guys.
Get that in there with Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. Thank you, Mike.
Potential VP candidate. All right, we're going to take a quick break or more right after this on N2.
All right, Judge.
This thing I'm looking at is running exactly 16 seconds behind what you're looking at.
So I set it up on the website. And like I said, I am going to put an intermission poster here. So this is what the intermission poster look like, Judge. Wait a minute. It looks like this. Can you see that?
Billy Graham?
No. Do you see it?
Intermission. Okay. You got intermission. Okay, I see that.
So I would say 5 minutes to 9. I'm gonna put that up here on this stream to direct people to the website. So and then I would say I'll probably shut this down. So I want to ask you, should I just, so like, let's say 15 minutes past 9, I shut down this YouTube channel and end the stream. And then should we come back when the debate is over and just do a post show?
Well, you can look at it and you can talk about what's going on. All right.
What do you mean?
I can look at it and talk about what's going on. Biden just made a gaffe by
okay, so then
making a mistake on his cabinet.
Yeah,
okay,
but are you saying to stay live on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm 15 seconds behind you for some reason.
No, but I can't show the debate on YouTube.
I know you can't, but I can make comments on what I'm looking at.
Okay, so we could verbally talk.
Yeah.
Don't show it.
Yeah, we might be listening on CNN. There's nothing prohibited about us comment on what we are looking at. So actually, the truth of the matter is you can't stream it, but I'm looking at it on something I just subscribed to, so I can certainly talk about it. So you can too if you're looking at it.
Right. So then I would just like mute as I'm watching or listening or something like that. No, I get what you're saying. My only thing is, if I'm playing it, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me know if you could hear this.
We were so excited in under 10 minutes.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we were so excited in under 10 minutes.
Okay, so what if can I just play the audio of the debate?
Well, if you subscribe to it, there's no reason you can't. No,
So
you can.
instead of
In other words, you're not recording it. You are subscribed to it, and you're making contemporaneous commentary to it. It's like watching a prize fight.
Right. It's too much. That's too much. YouTube will flag you. Yeah, Rumble is down. Oh shit. Okay. So I'm going to have to, okay, so I'll watch it separately and we'll talk as it's going along. I won't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play the audio on here.
Okay. Now let me switch over so I can.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
See, what I'm going to do is put you on speaker on the phone so I can hear what you're talking about, and put on the iPad.
Yeah, I don't want to see. For me to commentate, oh my God, I think I'm just going to put an intermission on here.
We know he's had plenty of, but a lot more seems to be on the line.
No, we have less than 5 minutes. I think I'm just going to shut it down here on YouTube and just go on my website and watch it.
Yeah.
And then we'll just do a post. We'll come back live on YouTube to do a post.
Behind Donald Trump.
All right, let's get out to Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who's joining us now.
You heard me?
General, great to have you here.
I hear you.
One thing that we know is that when you actually enforce the law like Texas is doing with Operation Lone Star.
Yeah, Melissa, Rumble is down. Wow. Yeah, so I'm not going to stream nothing here. Actually, I'm going to end this stream in 5 minutes. And y'all could go to the website. No, the website is for everybody. When you go to the website, just go to live stream and it's up. I'm already live on the website right now. I'll put the link in the chat here.
And how we stopped enforcing federal law, and you just look at the numbers. The American people, they know that the policies of Joe Biden have done just the opposite. They've encouraged illegal immigration. They've encouraged the crime associated with that, and they've encouraged the cartels to send drugs to our kids and kill many of our kids.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna do, guys. Go to the website. Go to the website. Go to the website. The website is pinned here in the chat. Thank you, Southern Belle.
He's still under a partial gag order tonight. How much should lawfare come into play? We know the moderators won't go there, but Donald Trump certainly can, Mr. Paxton.
Yeah, it's 100% lawfare. Think about it. We have 4 different prosecutions of Donald Trump. He's never been prosecuted in his life, and suddenly, right before the election, he's a.
All right, so that's going to the okay. So everybody, Tim Pool, yes, Tim Pool is on my website, but I'm gonna end up changing it. So, all right, guys, I'm about to put this banner up, the intermission banner. And I want you guys to go there now. And we'll be back on YouTube. Thank you, Hot Boy. 786 Hot Boy Cliff. Biden is going to collapse and delete on live TV. All right, we will be back after the debate. 10 minutes of the post debate talk, and I'm calling it a night because I'm tired. We can't hear you on the website. I know, because I muted myself on the website because I'm back here on YouTube. If I unmute myself on the website, you're going to hear echo. So I need to get another stationary because I'm using two different streamers. That's why I'm using two different streamers, Brianna. So if I was streaming on the website on StreamYards, I would be having a stream on the website and YouTube at the same time, but I'm using a different stream for the website. So you can't hear me on the website right now because you'll hear echo. Thank you, Jaron. Thanks for streaming tonight. Yeah. It's cute. Of course, I'm going to delete the intermission part because we talked for the first hour, 8 to 9, and then we went to the website so people could watch the debate. And the website, listen, I wanted traffic to the website, so I'm glad I did post it streaming on the website. Okay, we back. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I thought y'all could hear me. All right, so I shut down the website. The website is shut down. Let me call the judge. Thank you to everybody that tuned in on the website. Listen, I mean, it's up, so you can always go back on the website and watch it. But the post show starts now. Let me call the judge to see if he's gonna, if I gotta send him the StreamYard link again. Yeah. Dana with the mute, honey. Yes, I always forget. I always forget to unmute myself. Yeah. So I'm gonna send you the StreamYard link again. So just hop back on StreamYard so we could do a 10-15 minute thing. He still got the damn. I don't want to hear the news. Like, all right, so let me send the judge the StreamYard link again. What is this? Okay, yeah. Paste. All right. I sent him the StreamYard. JB look old. Joe Biden. Yeah, he did. Because he is old. But he looks sickly old. He looks sickly old. Honestly, I don't want to hear none about these commentators. Who is Donald Trump VP? I have no idea. People were saying Vivek because he was in the audience, but Byron Donalds was in the audience too. So yeah, when the judge come up here, we're gonna do like the 10-minute commentary, and then we're gonna call it a night. This debate was boring as hell. All right, turn that off in the background. Turn that off in the background. Because this man, he's not in charge of our country. He's running us in the war. He's opened the border. All right. Now you muted just judge. I want to talk for about 10 minutes. So turn off the Newsmax in your background and you muted yourself.
Okay,
Yeah.
I turned it down. It's an interesting analysis going on versus CNN and Newsmax. CNN is saying Trump did horribly, and Newsmax was saying Biden was a complete disgrace. So it's interesting what's going on here.
But the people, we decide. So actually, let me put a poll real quick in the chat. And this poll that I put up, I just put a poll up not too long ago, and I was like, do you think Joe Biden is wearing a mask? And 56% said no, it's the real him. 43 said yes, body double. That's a lot of people who think it was a body double. So let me put in the chat. Who do you think won the debate? Biden or Trump? And let me put JFK. RFK Jr. We can't hear you. You muted yourself. So I put the poll. So just do the poll. That whole debate, honey, was boring. We need audience, but that would have distracted Biden. So let me just say my piece, and then I'll let you say your piece. That the audience would have distracted Biden to where he would have forgot everything. He would have got confused, and he mumbled tonight. It should have been closed caption because this man cannot speak clearly. I believe, and I said this in the chat, I believe that maybe a year ago, but at some point while he was president, he had a stroke and they covered it up, and he got a facelift so that you won't see the droopiness from a stroke, which is why his eyes and this part of his face here looks weird. And his eyes look weird. It looked like he had a facelift. And I think he had some facial surgery because he had a stroke, allegedly. And they wanted to make it look like he never had anything medical issue done. But apparently, when you look at his cognitive thinking, his speaking. You need closed caption. He did a lot of rumbling. He's forgetting. He's not well. He needs to step aside, swear in Kamala Harris, and then in November, vote Trump in. You're muted. But this debate was boring. Trump did excellent, but this just should have been a one-man show. It just should have been Trump and had the moderators ask him a whole bunch of questions. We didn't need Biden there. You're muted.
Well, the facelift took place before he ran in 2020. It occurred somewhere around August, September the year before. I saw the symptoms and the scarring that was healing up quickly. Something's wrong with him. His cognitive skills are not what they are. And the other thing, since I get impacted by a lot of what is being said, Biden is flat out lying. I have kept on top of what happened to the HBCUs, historical Black colleges and universities, and he drastically cut what Trump had, through executive orders, allocated to HBCUs. Next thing I know, from having spent the money, inflation is horrible. I know that the cost of living has gone up drastically and the earnings have dropped. Everything that I get has gone down earnings wise. Next thing is I'm sorry, I might be in an upper income tax bracket, but I'll be damned if I want to pay for somebody that is not being encouraged or given incentives to improve their financial condition. I know what's happening with what's going on in Ukraine, in the Middle East, and it's a disaster. Trump was nice. He didn't raise the inference that a lot of what has happened that is so ineffective in Ukraine has got to do with his son's situation, though he alluded to that. Biden flat out lied, because a lot of us heard him about, what is it, 6-7 years ago, when he was on that C-SPAN thing, and he talked about saying that he threatened, he even joked about it. I guess I engaged in extortion when I threatened to cut off $14 billion, not $1 billion, $14 billion in loan guarantees to Ukraine if they didn't pull that guy off for prosecuting my son. He said that. I've listened to that quite a few times. So he lied about that. The other thing is he told some things that weren't really true, and Trump was nice. He could have said, well, you want to talk about Nazis coming out of the woods? I didn't support them. That's Charlottesville. But what about you being endorsed by, you bragging about, you were mentored by, and you being the chief speaker delivering the eulogy to former Grand Dragon of the KKK, Byrd? So explain that. And also, he was nice. He didn't get on him about the 1979, 1981, 1983, 1987,
like us, nobody
1988, 1991, and 1994 crime bills that stuffed the penitentiaries with so many people that needed to be let out. And see, the other point is he's citing Biden tax breaks, not tax breaks, but you want to keep people from making, and he cited what is the entry level at middle class is being part of some kind of favored group that Trump is supposed to be favoring at the expense of everybody else. So when does helping out the middle class become favoring the wealthy? That's the middle class. I mean, there was so much garbage in that, it's pathetic. But I'm listening also over here to what CNN is saying, and they're trying to portray the exact opposite to what is being said on Newsmax. 'Matter of fact, Newsmax right now has got 2 Newsmax two black commentators talking about the situation. And they've got Anderson Cooper, and I think Anderson Cooper is an idiot. And I know he's dishonest, if only because of what he did down in Trayvon Martin and Zimmerman's case.
Maybe
He tried to get Martin's family to never mention one salient fact. The
sorry,
first
can you
time I
hear me?
heard this one, his mother asked me about it, was I thought it was something bad.
Judge,
And she advises that Anderson Cooper
I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
was to be a detective.
Let me know in the chat if you can hear me.
Oh, I guess I was on mute, wasn't I?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay. Can people in the chat hear me? I hear you, Dana. You can't hear me. Yeah, go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. Okay, you guys can hear me, but the judge can't hear me. Oh my God.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear the judge? Can you guys hear the judge? Okay, they can hear both of us, but he can't hear me for some reason. I know. So they can hear you and they can hear me. You can't hear me. So can you go out and come back in?
I'll go back and come back in.
Okay. I don't understand that. You guys can hear him and you guys can hear me, but he can't hear me. That's so weird. That's because his shit is hacked, but yeah. He's going to come out and come back in. And actually, so let me see if I could pull up CNN's post commentary. Let's see. Okay. So this is CNN's post commentary.
Also panicking tonight. I heard from one who said, "This is scary." That's how it was described to me. And
I'd second that.
There were a lot. There was a lot. There were a lot of those feelings, not just from the base of the party, but other people who really think that there should be an alternative to Trump, who they think is dangerous. And that's the other part of what is unfolding tonight in terms of the panic that is out there.
You already have, coming into this debate, support for third-party candidates, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. highest, and then Jill Stein and Cornel West nowhere near as close. But if you add it all up into the team in those states, when you do that, I think one byproduct out of this is watching if those numbers go up a little bit. I'm not saying they're going to go up anywhere like the Perot standard, but you get to third-party candidates getting into double digits, then that's really starts to twist your electoral math, state depending on who they're drawing from state by state. This was already a very complicated race. This is within. Number one, the biggest complication right now is the conversation with the Democratic Party. But the other complication is going to be if Joe Biden stays put, and Kate's right, maybe there'll be another debate. I'm not sure Donald Trump's going to agree to a second debate. Biden's going to need it now. I'm not sure Trump's going to agree to it if the dynamics of the race change.
They'll never.
And I would also watch the third party.
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Especially to you two guys. If for whatever reason there's a change at the top of the ticket, you guys are in trouble with Donald Trump, because the guy who was up there tonight is not a guy who's going to inspire people. He did not show in any way that he has changed from the guy who people have a very positive opinion of for a lot of good reasons.
I think Donald Trump won several policy exchanges tonight. I think he did well on immigration. I think he did well on the economy. I think on inflation. I think he went back to Afghanistan as he should have. The thing he did not do was, after he realized that he had Biden beaten on policy and on image, he should have turned the page.
Let me see something.
Who hasn't been online and become completely overwhelmed with the amount of
What
choice?
was that noise in your background?
And they believe they have a record to
Okay, that was CNN.
continue to hit abortion rights, hit the issue.
Very few things about the policy exchanges is going to be remembered. People are going to remember Joe Biden. They're going to remember him shuffling out.
I can't.
They're going to remember him staring blankly into the camera. They're going to remember him looking down, losing his train of thought. And they're going to remember that everything I thought I knew, but the White House told me don't believe my own eyes, is actually true.
But that's not
But
what I'm
what if-
saying.
what if
What I said, Scott, was if Joe Biden were not the candidate, if there was another candidate, I think Donald Trump would be in deep.
Yeah, but
trouble.
actually, you guys had the
He had a-
But if I may, that is such a sad state of affairs. Something I was consistently hearing is what a bad debate in the sense that Donald Trump lied throughout. He misrepresented. He tried to turn away from key points that he should have given answers on and kept deflecting. With any normal generic Democrat next to him, I don't think he would have won the night. But you put somebody who was suffering from the moment that they got out. It was hard to watch. I had to occasionally look away because it was so uncomfortable. I think America deserves better than the options that are in front of them. It's really devastating. And by the way, our allies are watching.
Yeah, look, I mean, the way that I would try to phrase it if I were less emotional is Biden stuttered, but he told the truth. He looked terrible, but his policies were good. Trump spoke plainly, but he lied the whole time. And he looked good, but his policies were terrible. I mean, he's going to do nothing on climate change. He was hugging the cactus on abortion. I mean, his policies are terrible. So you have somebody who probably shouldn't be president, and you have somebody who cannot be president in terms of what Donald Trump represents. So we have a problem as a country now, and this might be an opportunity for people to come together and figure this out, because neither one of those people right now are inspiring the confidence that they should inspire, that they can do the job in a way that would be good for the country.
But young voters
Terrible. So you have somebody who probably president in terms of what Donald Trump represents. So we have a problem as a country.
Is it me? It just sounds horrible. What is that sound?
could say, I have confidence in Joe Biden and casting my vote for 4 more years of Biden.
And this opens the door, by the way, for the conversation about if Joe Biden remains the candidate, you're not voting for Joe Biden. You are voting for President Kamala Harris. Let's be honest. That is where the Trump campaign is going to go with this. They started down this road with an ad they released today. But this conversation about who you're actually casting your vote for, the volume is going to ratchet up. And I got news for you. She's less popular than he is. That is going to be a big problem for the Democrats if this ticket stays the way it is.
Yeah, and Scott's Democratic friend who maxed out, right? That's the sentiment you're going to hear, I think, from some of my Democratic friends who are texting me saying, "I can't believe this is where we are." Right?
Yeah.
I don't forgive. I'm not going to be able to forgive the party for putting in this position.
Look,
on the lies about on Donald Trump's lies. I mean, I spent a lot of time thinking about this throughout the debate because, we in the media, I sit in the chair and I fact check Trump all the time, so I know these lies by heart at this point. But people watching from home do not. And Biden's job as the other person on the other side of the stage is to be the one to very quickly dispense with the lies and to shut them down. And I don't think that happened enough times in a coherent way to blunt the fact that Trump was taking a universe that was built on a house of lies and building a whole world for the millions of people watching.
Particularly on some of the most basic subject matters that President Biden should have been able to just.
That world that he was able to build, it was not knocked down by the president. That is really at the heart of the problem. He may have won when he was making his discrete policy points, but part of the job on the debate stage is dealing with an opponent like Donald Trump, who goes like a mile a minute on things that are not true. And if you,
what the fuck is she talking about? This is the same chick that Cameron made look stupid. And this is the same one. Like she said some off the wall stuff before.
Tonight we saw 2 things.
What are you watching, Judge?
Okay, can you?
Yeah, what was it that you was watching just now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? He can't even hear me. Take those headsets off. Dana, it's those headphones. You're gonna have to take those headphones off because it's the headphones. That's why you can't hear me. No, because you have, Judge. Only thing you can't hear me with it on right now. I can hear you right now. All right. Because I'm on the phone with you. I got you, but I can't hear you with just the service coming through the phone. Turn that television off. Just turn it off. Just turn. Don't you have a program playing in the background? We cannot. Okay, go out and come back in because you're not even muted and they can't hear you. We cannot hear you on YouTube. So go out and come back in. You're not frozen to us. So go out and come back in. All right. I don't know what this is. Okay, so CNN, they stopped with their posts, whatever. Ain't nobody thinking about them. Let's find something else. Who else is live? Let me share this. What is this? No. What the heck? Is this after
movie? John Wayne, and he's working for the Northern Military, trying to get the Apaches back in the reservation. They were lying like hell to them. They're all sitting on a bluff, and John Wayne was sitting with two Indian, they were Apaches, and one of them looked at John Wayne and said, "These guys are nothing but lying, dog-faced pony soldiers." Except he's just a liar. Look, folks, what's going to happen over the next couple of days is they're going to be out there fact-checking all the things he said. I can't think of one thing he said that was true. No, I'm not being facetious. But look, we're going to beat this guy. We need to beat this guy. And I need you in order to beat him. You're the people I'm running for. There. He says he's gonna be the retribution for his supporters. You are the reason why America's as good as we are. We're the finest nation in the whole damn world. No one's close. Nobody's close. So let's keep going. See you at the next one. God love you all. Heading to North Carolina. All right. Thank you. I want to go home with you.
What?
Thank you.
And you got the black DJ in the background.
Well, there you have it. The President of the United States, it appears his cold has been cured. Once in front of an audience, he's able to project, and you can hear him a little better. I mean, it's a remarkable transformation.
First of all, honey, why are you playing Beyonce? She did not endorse Biden or Harris.
Team, whether he was told not to shout in the mic or what it was, but he seemed so reserved.
And certainly somebody's gotten to him and given him some of the early reviews, and that was.
Let's go to C-SPAN.
But that is the strategy from the campaign tonight. We've seen several Republicans talking to reporters.
All right, let's see if the judge is back. Let's see.
I can hear you.
All right.
I can hear the program too.
Okay. So should we drop the link to have some people come up, or should you just want to talk briefly?
Well, let's say something briefly. While all this was going on, I was fact checking. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear. Oh my God.
You're frozen.
I'm not frozen.
What the hell?
I told him to take the
You can hear me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You need to take the headsets off. They can hear both of us. Yeah.
Party that was viable.
Hello?
I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know what's happening here. You know, I'm reading something print I've got the screen separated here so I can read it. And they're calling what Trump said lies and deceits. And there's been some press conference that Biden has had, a pep rally, so to speak, with his wife trying to lead the thing. And he's talking about Trump was lying, it was all lies, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They've had Warnock speaking, another handkerchief head boy, and the governor of California, who's being described as somebody standing by in case Biden's performance keeps him from getting the nomination, which has not yet occurred. We also have another thing, too, that there are expressions by certain of the elitist Democrats about Biden's performance. And I'll say this, I'm not unfamiliar with what they were talking about. And if anybody lied, it was Biden, because a lot of what he was saying is simply not true. A lot of what he was denying is in fact true. And I know the economy has gotten horrible. I know that inflation has gotten out of control. I know that the tax situation under him has gotten ridiculous. And I know that everything that we have heard about Ukraine, Israel, and all the rest is absolutely ridiculous. And there's this spot in here where he did freeze up. And I'm looking at, in my mind's eye, I see a lot of people who refuse to admit the reality, and that is that their candidate isn't capable. He spent how many days in sequestration trying to rehearse for this thing, and it didn't seem to have done him much good. And a lot of what he said sounded good if you accepted the lies that he based them on. And the interesting posit is Newsmax is being kind of neutral and not neutral, they're very critical of Biden. And over here on the other hand, CNN hasn't mentioned Trump at all, other than that he's a liar and the general 9 yards worth of propaganda that they have been putting out for a long time. So I've yet to hear anything that they even have to say about what Biden did that was supposed to be good. So I find that you have somebody that had a chance to restore confidence in what he was about, and you didn't. It's not a good thing. That person is not fit. And I see in my mind's eye a lot of Democratic Party loyalists who are going to support what he did irrespective of its true merit. I also see CNN doing a very pathetic job of trying to be a news service because they're acting like, or were acting like it was a propaganda thing. And that's not good.
I like what.
Well,
can you hear me?
Go ahead.
I like
I
what
hear you.
I like what Robert F. Kennedy did. He called his hashtag the real debate, and he inserted himself in a debate while the debate was going on. So when they were asking, when the commentators were asking those two Biden and Trump questions, RFK was answering the questions as if he was really there, and he streamed it on X, and it got over 5 million people watching.
Mhm.
So I think that was brilliant of him,
So did in a week.
you know, to insert himself in it, because he should have been there. I'm sorry. At least it could have been two coherent people on that stage, because tonight it was just one.
Well, yeah, but see, if we'd had three, that amount of time was not adequate for everybody to really be allowed to respond to the questions. I saw the very first debate between Kennedy and Nixon, and they didn't restrict them to this short period of time, soundbite responses. They took some considerable amount of time to elaborate on certain questions, and they were allowed to go back and forth with each other, which I have not heard. So if you put three people in here, you would have had to extend the time period by at least 1/3 in order to deal with what you're talking about.
Right.
But like you said, it's not entertaining. Today's citizen doesn't have the attention span to pay attention to what's going on. I also noticed two things. I had my cell phone on this with Newsmax, and I had my iPad on with Newsmax. And the interesting thing is the iPad was exactly 16 seconds behind the cell phone, and something I did not see on the cell phone, but with the iPad, and I got some text from some other people complaining that their screens froze up, and Biden and Trump were not talking, and you couldn't hear them. And what I'm listening to on the cell phone is some of the dialogue was very critical, but the people who, several other people that have texted me, weren't able to hear that. And I couldn't hear it on my iPad because it just froze up in 15, 20, 25 seconds, was gone. So you didn't get it. The other thing I noticed, and some other people have reported it to me, that their setups glitched, where it would be when Trump was talking, he would get cut off in the middle of a sentence, and then he would jump to something else. And then the image would jump too. So I'm wondering.
Did they confirm that Biden was pathetic? It's funny how CNN cut off their post live stream, and look at all these black folk surrounded Biden like he won something.
Yeah. Now, Newsmax has been jumping Biden's ass and calling it a pathetic failure and a waste of time. And CNN is saying the same thing about Trump, but they keep talking about Biden was interviewed, and he kept talking about fact checking Trump, and they'll fact check him in 2 weeks. But if you already know these things, you know Biden was lying. He was not dealing with the truth of the matter, and he was not being accurate in what he was trying to portray.
Right.
It was a very sorry performance.
Let's see. All right. Let me let me see who else is on for commentary. No, they're not on. Let's go to ABC. All right, everybody going to commercial right now. Yeah, everybody going to commercial right now. But listen, you know,
Newsmax isn't on commercial. They've got editorial opinion op-ed here.
They just went to commercial. But my thing is this debate was boring as hell. It was. It was boring. The questions were stupid. Oh, let me share this. All right.
This debate was a man. Are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. I was wondering. Somebody's just saying that's a fact. I watched it on Max and it did that several times. Something's fishy.
Can you hear the people on our website? Did you hear?
I can't hear.
You can't hear the video?
I can't hear this clown. I can't hear this clown, Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, you know what?
And I can't hear what's being said.
It's your
about
headphones.
performance.
It's the headphones. It's the headphones. It's the headphones.
I can hear you fine.
You can hear me, but
I can't hear. It's not. The head. Look, it's a much better speaker system in this than it is on the phone. I can hear you, but there's something about this clown, Anderson Cooper.
Why would he?
Can you hear the video?
I was saying this before I got cut.
You can hear the video
Several tries ago.
Can you hear me?
Anderson Cooper.
Oh, hear me.
Told Trayvon Martin.
Can you hear me? I don't feel like going through this right now. I just don't. Can you hear me?
You there?
Can you hear me? Yo, why don't he just take the headsets off?
I can't hear it without this.
So then you can hear me now.
In other words,
can you hear me?
That's not the fault of these things.
Oh my fucking God.
The end of the thing, if I take them off, I can't hear this at all.
Judge, can you hear me? He can't hear me. I'm calling in a night. Say goodnight. Hold the sign up.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
He got something playing in the background because I could see it through his his eyeglasses, and I don't think it's unless it's this screen here. You know, now he can you hear me now? Thank you, Rachel.
Can you hear me?
No, yeah, we can hear you, but you cannot hear me. I think CNN realized when the moderators attacked Trump, it looks bad on them. Much more fair than I thought it would be. Yeah, it was. It was kind of fair and it was boring.
I can't hear anybody.
All right. Say goodnight.
Glad you can hear me.
Say goodnight. Say bye-bye. All right. I'm about to close it out. He want to keep those raggedy ass headphones on. It's not that it's raggedy. If you are watching something on your phone or your iPad and you're using those headphones and then you're switching from what you're watching on your iPad or your iPhone to now streaming service like a StreamYard, there's going to be a lot of interference with the audio. And then on top of that, his phone and iPad is hacked. So it's just all messed up. And then we're talking about this. So it's just all messed up. But yeah, it was fair. And honestly, I think that's what made it kind of boring. It also what made it, you know what? Biden was not coherent. You need a closed caption. This man is not well. He was mumbling. That made it boring too. It just made it look like, and Trump knew that. So that's why Trump was not pounding on Biden, because it would look like the bully beating on the weak person. So this debate was so pathetic. This man needs to sit down. He needs to resign. He does. He really needs to resign. What Van Jones talking about?
Only convictions. Even if they had a guy that led an insurrection, even if they had a guy who was a serial liar, they would never throw their guy over.
Oh, I think this is a repeat. Actually, let me stop sharing. All right. Listen, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. A big chunk of this the intermission part will be edited out. Trump did great, but it was just boring. It was just boring. And then, too much audio issues going on tonight. But I appreciate you guys. Listen, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate everyone that went to the website. Thank you so much. And everybody that sent in a donation, love you guys. Appreciate you. And everybody in the chat, everybody on X. Shout out to everybody on X. Love you. X be popping. I should have just played the JFK one, but it is what it is. I was trying to play it safe. Must be in the bathroom now. No wonder it says intermission. Oh my God. How many people watching on X right now? 600. Oh, wow. That's the highest. That's the highest. Audio issues gives the show character. You think so? It's annoying. Content creators, the audio is very important for us. And we could tell because it's the ear. We could tell when something is off. Good night. It does. Yeah, really? What you mean? You mean like when I'm like, I can't hear you, I can't hear you, you find that funny? Yeah, 500 right now on YouTube. But I think if the judge audio, if he could hear me, if it wasn't an audio issue, the numbers would have kept going up tonight. Because look, on Thursday, we start at 9. So we really would have been ending the show now. We started early tonight. We started at 8 because I wanted to talk for an hour. Went to the website from 9 to 10:30. Now came back here and I had the intermission up the whole time. Came back here on YouTube. The numbers went up. But when the audio is messed up, that drops the numbers down. It drops the viewership down. So you guys may think it's, it's funny. And it is kind of funny. But there are a lot of people who are watching that are not in the chat. And when your audio is not correct, then the viewership does drop. And it is about the viewership along with having good content. But thank you guys. Listen, my moderators, Catellia, Southern Belle, Everybody that donated, everybody on X, everybody in the chat, everybody listening, have a wonderful week. I may go live tomorrow if I go hiking. I don't know, because that's like my sacred time. Saturday night, me and Steve, and then back to business on Monday. So I will see you guys Monday with the judge. Oh, here you go again. You came back in? Hello? Can you hear me? You still can't hear me. He still can't hear me. We can hear him. And he doesn't have the headphones. Hello? It's cooler now in Ohio. So I'm going to try to go in the morning. If not, I'll be in the afternoon. But I like to go when it's at its peak. I like to go hiking when it's hotter. Because it's not that hot when you're hiking. Like when you're in the woods and stuff like that. Hello. Now we can't hear you, Judge. It's not the headphones. His phone is hacked. Yeah, he got a focused face. Love you, Paula. Love you. I can't help him. His phone is hacked. And they messing with his audio tonight. Can you hear me, Judge? Yes, honey. Trump 2024. But election season is always a hot mess. They're all pandering. It's cool in New York. Yeah, it's cool here, which is good. Okay, he dropped out. All right, guys. I'll see you on Monday. Saturday night is like the fun show. And back to business, like I said, on Monday. But make sure you share, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit the bell button for all notifications, all that good stuff. And have a wonderful week. Bye.